folks. Welcome back to Adobe Live. How is everyone this morning? I hope everyone is having a wonderful time so far. Do I hear my intro? Oh yeah, I do. It's really loud on my iPad. I was like, where's that coming from? I know I don't have... There we go. Jeez. So my iPad is very, very loud over here. I was trying to be secret and have my chat up on the iPad, but now everyone knows my secret. I can no longer hide. Please. There we go. Okay. Off to a great start. Welcome everyone to January 2021. I'm super excited to be able to dive straight into the Daily Creative Challenge with all of you wonderful folks for the new year. And I see so many fabulous friends in the chat. I see Gross Mask, General Kenobi, hello there. I see Annie, Afroja, it's good to see you again. Chad, Sean, Colleen, Kara, Alejandro, Chris, Umacorn, it's good to see you. And he's like, oops, yeah, I know. Just like me. To have a technical issue right when we begin. Melancholy Megan, my girl, what's up? It's good to see all of you folks here. So yeah, we are going to be diving into a brand new 2-week segment of the Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge starting technically tomorrow. Today is the intro stream. So if you are in chat today and you have never been present for these challenges, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over everything that you can expect for this round of challenges, how to access everything along with me, and basically what that means. So my name is Voodoo Val. I'm going to be your instructor for a challenge set that is based around creating your first project for 2021. Many of you may have already started something in the last couple of days, or maybe you folks are actually in the future and you're watching this replay, and so it's not really the beginning of the month for you. But what I'd like to do is kind of address a lot of the questions that I see a lot of the time from either beginners or people who are kind of jumping back into design, and that is not only how to create things in Photoshop, but also how to put together a case study, right? How to create a project that not only showcases your work, but makes your content look super professional and makes someone want to approach you about work. Let me make sure. What is a DCC? DCC stands for Daily Creative Challenge. So I'm going to pull up the landing page real quick so that you folks can check out what I have planned. So let me grab this page right here, and we're going to pop over to my screen and we're going to take a look, all right? Let's see, single screen, ta-da! All right, so this is what we've got. Basically, if you come to the landing page, which is behance.net/challenge/Photoshop, you will come to the landing page. You'll know you're in the right spot because it will say January 4th to January 15th. This is our time frame. So whether you're watching in the future or watching presently, this is the challenge page that I'm talking about for right now. If you are in the future and you're watching a replay of this broadcast and you're like, when I go to the challenge page, I do not see this date. All you have to do is scroll all the way down here, and you can see at the bottom of the page, we actually have the basically archived challenge pages for all of the previous challenges as well. So you can jump in here, you can click on whichever date you prefer to use, and you can go through and watch all the videos. You can download all of the starter files that I've prepared for you and jump right in to the challenges. So we have 9 challenges here that we're going to jump into starting tomorrow. And what I'm going to be going over, like I said, is not only creating content, but presenting that content. So we're going to work on a series. It's basically, it's a challenge that I'm issuing to all of you folks beyond even just our daily creative challenge, because we are, like I said, starting a new year, and a lot of us are maybe looking to reinvent ourselves in a way, or maybe after the hectic year that was 2020, you are looking to just do something that you really like, maybe even just start something as a hobby that could still be presented in a very professional manner, something that you love to do. So So we're all going to start a series, and the beauty of this challenge is that all of our projects series that we decide to create are going to be very unique and different. Many of my starter files are going to have some pretty cool starting assets and elements for you to use that are going to be, I guess, sort of a placeholder for you. But through all of these, you will notice there is encouragement in every challenge to create something wholly you, something that you love. Okay. And I guess I actually have a couple of questions for you too, because some of you may be like, well, I don't know where I would start with that, or I don't know where I would go with this, Val. I am used to doing exactly what the challenges have and not necessarily making up and inventing my own kind of content. So along with this challenge, I've got two questions for all of you folks before we dive more heavily into some of the details today. All right, two questions for you folks. Number one, what do you want to do? Now, this doesn't necessarily mean the work that you're doing currently. It doesn't necessarily mean the work that you are known for at the moment. And if you're not known for any kind of work, just let me know what you are passionate about when it comes to design. This could be painting. This could be doing illustrations of characters. It could even be, it could be fan art if you want it to be. It could be designing icons. It could be creating logos. It could be designing a font. I know that many of you in chat, in fact, I see a few names of people who have said in chat before, man, I wish I could design a font. And I haven't seen fonts from you guys yet. So choose something that you're really, truly passionate about, something that brings you joy to create, because that can be the theme of your personal series. And the second question that I have basically is, what are you waiting for? Right? I think a lot of us are coming from different situations, and we all have like kind of passion projects and things we'd like to try for ourselves, things we'd like to do purely for the pleasure of creating and designing. And for a long time, I didn't do those projects that I had in my head for those reasons almost ever. I never really attempted them because I always thought I had to be better in order to do them. I thought that because I'm kind of floating in the sea of tons of different people on the internet posting, that maybe no one would want to see it. And in some cases, I wasn't really sure where to begin, how to begin, or if anyone would be looking for that content anyways. So this is your chance, folks. If you have passion projects, or if you just want something new to do to break away from your daily tasks and work, please join me in creating your very own Behance case study of an original series by you. Okay? So challenge beyond a challenge. Challenge beyond the daily creative challenge. This challenge could last you several weeks. This challenge could last you several months. This challenge could last you more than a year if you want it to. It's really up to you to do whatever you want with this challenge. So back to the page here, the landing page. I'm going to jump back over here. Again, that page was behance.net/challenge/Photoshop. And I would also like to direct you to the Discord, because not only can you come here every day and click on these challenges that are unlocked every morning at about 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, you can also join the Discord and post your work so that I can see it, because during every class, I'm going to be pulling up the Discord, checking it out, giving you folks a shout out, looking at what you have been posting. And I think these 2 weeks are going to be exceptionally cool, simply because not only are we going to be able to take a look at everybody's work, but we're also going to be able to see just how different they are, because you folks are getting to choose your own thing rather than follow a strict mold that I'm setting out for you. Nice point, Val. I'm trying. I'm still trying to learn how to draw it well, Stephen Booth. This is a fabulous challenge for you, because you can literally do a series of maybe different styles that you attempt. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be like this amazing, incredible masterpiece, but the basic thing that we're going to do is choose something that we love, that we're interested in, or maybe something we've never tried before. And we're going to do a series about that and present it like, boom, here I am, 2021. This is me. Let's go. No need for fear in the community. We support each other. Exactly, Sean. Exactly. That is what I like to hear. I'm going to pop over here to the Discord link. If you guys want to check out the Discord, this is what it looks like. Thank you for the follow on Behance. My Behance is playing its little alerts. And I am going to, let me jump over here to our Discord link. One moment. Ba, 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 ba. There we go. Let me pull this up. Give me one moment. I am missing my link in its usual space. But yeah, you can follow this link, bit.ly/psdiscord. Having that P and that S capitalized is incredibly important, by the way, because if you don't capitalize those two letters, you may be sent to the improper place, and we do want to make sure that you get to where you need to be in order to connect with us during these challenges. So let me head over here so you folks can see what the Discord looks like. Ta-da! All right, I am over here in our Discord. You can scroll through here on the left-hand side and you can see all of these wonderful, amazing challenge segments and channels that we have set up for you folks. When you jump in here, if you're brand new to this for the very first time, you can check out basically all of the news, the creative challenge announcements things here. If you scroll down here, you will see all of the challenges as they are revealed are actually posted directly into the Discord with a link to where you can grab the starter files, a link to where you can watch the video later. So even if you come in after the broadcast is already over, you still have all of the information that you need, which is wonderful. There's a little channel here that lets all of our friends in the Discord know when the mentors and instructors are going live. And then you can also come down here, kind of explore if you want. You can introduce yourself in the introductions. You can chat in the chat. You can do challenge suggestions. This is one of my favorite channels. If you guys have never checked out the challenge suggestions channel, basically it's a place where I can go and where other instructors can go and take a look at things that you folks specifically want to see done in the challenges. So if you have something that you'd like to learn, I literally could pluck it right out of here and design a challenge based around that so you get exactly what you want. But what I really want to focus on here is the current challenge tab. If I scroll through here, you can see this is where everyone comes to participate in the challenges. And they drop all of their entries in here, and this is where I'm going to be able to take a look at your work every day when I jump on to do the DCC, give you folks a shout out, give you guys any feedback that I see fit, and it's also where all of the other mentors can jump in and give you some feedback during the challenges as well. I hope that you will share your work here because it's a really awesome thing just to be able to not only see what you folks create for these challenges I put together for you, but just to kind of give you a shout out and some encouragement and say thank you for participating and give you a spotlight on the stream as well. Sam Peterson posting those links in the chat for registering for the challenges. Thank you so much. Like Diagon Alley versus Diagonal Alley. I love the Harry Potter talk going on in the chat. Ted says this group of people is the most supportive, encouraging group you can find anywhere. There is no failure here. I agree, Ted. I'm happy to be a part of it, and I'm super stoked that you are here with us. Let's see. Yeah, don't confuse the PS Photoshop link with a lowercase p and a lowercase s. Definitely needs to be uppercase. Kara says, joining in on Adobe Live last year made me feel like I finally found my tribe. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to hear that. To be perfectly honest, me too, y'all. Me too. All right, so that is the Discord channel. We've gone over where you can find the landing page and all that good stuff. We have gone over what we're going to do for the actual challenges. And now, since we do have a little bit of time left, I think what I'd like to do, let me pull up my face cam scene right quick, is, even though today is not technically a challenge, I'm going to go over something that I like to do, and that is create a Behance header. And I'm going to double check the Behance, or I should say cover image. I'm going to check the cover image dimensions. There we go. And I'm going to actually walk you guys through how you can create a cover image for your Behance series and upload it to Behance, because that is something that is actually really, really useful, especially since you're probably going to want to create something today, since we're going over all of this exciting new stuff about what the challenges are going to be about. So why don't we do that? Let me pull up another Behance tab here too, because I'm going to want to jump over to my profile so that I can upload. I'm going to drag this to my main window, and then we're going to dive into it. Okay, let me switch back over here. All right, so this is my Photoshop. I am going to go File, New, and I'm going to get this this window here that basically allows me to customize the like width and height and resolution and everything of my file. A standard cover for a Behance project is going to be 808 pixels by 632 pixels. It is by far the most unique ratio that I have seen for social media and art sharing. But I'm going to go ahead and type this in, 808 by 632. Let me select this, 632. Boom. And I'm going to leave it at 300 DPI. For any of you wondering what that DPI is, that is the resolution of your image. As somebody who prints their work regularly for conventions and things, I always have my projects at 300 resolution. 300 is actually the standard for print. So if you make anything below 300 resolution, it's going to be hard to print it. Now I understand that if you're making a cover like we are today, or doing some other kind of digital project that's never going to see the light of day on paper ever in its lifespan, then perhaps this is not as important. But for me personally, I always like to stick to at least 300 DPI, unless a client asks me for a higher resolution, which they usually do not. But it's really unique to me and my own work, and it's up to you what you would like to use. So I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to flip this to the landscape orientation. This is a neat trick when you're beginning a project. If you are unfamiliar, you can actually switch from portrait to landscape here, and it will actually switch the width and height. So if you accidentally type in a landscape orientation and you wanted it portrait, you literally just have to click that portrait button. And I'm going to uncheck artboards because I don't want to create different artboards. I just want to have the one canvas file. And I'm just going to go ahead, maybe I'll name this. I'm going to call this January 2021 DCC cover. Boom. And I'm going to hit create. And there we have my first little blank cover thing. Now, for the cover, it really is up to you what exactly you do for this. Remember, we're going to be creating a series that we are passionate about all on our own, something that we want to work on just for the sheer joy of designing. Something that I personally have been working on recently, and I've only done a handful of them. So I guess that is something that I've started before, but I decided to choose it anyways because I have really, really loved doing them, and I want to do more of them because they are very calming for me. It's almost like meditating, and that is doing portraits of Animal Crossing characters. I recently, over the holiday season, gave away a bunch of like free commission slots to do these cute little Animal Crossing heads in like a very painterly style, and it's also a challenge for me to use more brush strokes and paint textures and painterly style in my own work than what I'm normally used to. So I'm going to create a Behance case study for an entire huge series of tons of these character portraits. I think I have like 5 or 6 of them at the moment, but I'm going to go ahead, and I know we don't have enough time for me to design this 100% perfectly during this stream, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave myself some notes. I'm going to hit B on my keyboard and bump this down, and I am going to just go ahead and draw on this Mostly because I'm an illustrator and that works for me. If you would like to use shapes and maybe the text tool, you can, just to kind of get a concept down for your cover. But I know that I want it to say like Animal Crossing and then maybe portraits here, or maybe portraits 2021. And I'm going to turn that down in a lower opacity. This is kind of how I plot things out right here. I'll make another layer and then I will just, I could do text on a path here if I wanted to, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to go ahead and draw animal. That actually didn't take up as much space as I thought it would. So I am going to go ahead, unless, of course, I did what I always do on the Daily Creative Challenge streams, and that is spell something wrong unwittingly because I'm rushing. I do that a lot, and no one has ever let me forget. But I'm going to go ahead, Animal Crossing, and I'm going to say, let me actually make this a little bit bigger. Boom, boom, boom. I like that. And then I'm going to write portraits 2021. All right, that works for me. And the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to bump this down. And then I know that I want to add some kind of something back here, like some kind of block or brick for all of this to go on. And what I could even do is make this stuff smaller and put it in the center. And then I could even come in and do like a little corner thing in all of these corners just to make everything fancy. I don't know. I think that's kind of neat, and I can paint that up, add it to my project. How much time do I have left? I have just a couple of minutes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to Control-Shift-S here, just to save this to my computer. I am going to come in here. I'm going to save this as a PNG, and we're going to, real quick, we're going to actually upload it into Behance so that you guys can see how to do that if you're unfamiliar with creating your own project. So I'm going to pull up my Behance profile. Ta-da! It's me on Behance, and I'm singing to you early in the morning. I have not had my coffee. Maybe I'm a little delirious. I don't know. But I am going to go ahead and show you how to create a project. So up here on the right hand side, I can hit create a project, and it's going to bring me in to all of these tools here, which we will actually be diving into in depth for the last challenge of this 2-week series, because we are going to actually put together the case study on the stream. But for now, what I'm going to direct you to is you can, go through all of these building tools if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and go to settings. And if I hit upload image right here, then it will open my little thing here. I can go to my cover image and go ahead and press OK. It will upload it for me. And I can come in here and I can zoom in and out. So if your image, for whatever reason, is not 100% the right aspect ratio for this, you can zoom in or out, or maybe if you just want to do this and you think that it looks better kind of focused on one segment of your illustration or your graphic that you've created, that's totally fine. You can do whatever you want here. I'm just going to go ahead and accept that. And after you're done doing that, then you have a Behance project that you can actually just say save as a draft. You have your cover set in there, and it's kind of awaiting you to plug in content. So that is all the time that I have for today. I really do have to take off, but it has been an absolute blast hanging out with you folks. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait for what is to come with these challenges, and I will see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, for challenge number 1.